This video is brought to you by the MTG Tutor, where good players get better. Hey everybody, MTG Noob here. I will be on the draw. I think this hand's a little slow, but I'm going to keep it. I am playing the 4-color Miracle-esque deck, so let's have some fun with this. Alright, that Delver's actually going to be quite the issue if it flips. We're going to take some serious beats, and a lot of our stuff will probably end up being countered. They always do that. Alright, well, he's gonna play Mana Leak and maybe a Pike here. Maybe a Duress. I don't know. I'm not used to playing against the black-blue version. Wow. No attack? That's odd. Well, we know he has a Mana Leak, so drawing that Doomblade was really nice, but we're gonna probably play around things for a while. I would have to assume he's gonna bash in this time. I'm gonna just go for the thing twice here. I'm not gonna get my Doomblade leaked. If he wants to leak other things, then that's fine. Okay, we'll ponder here. Make him think we're kind of light on lands. Okay, so we'll take the fortress and play this coast. And I believe we're just gonna keep trying to play around things. I think I have to go for a Doomblade here on this. It'll essentially cost him his turn. He will get in there, but next turn we have a Day of Judgment, so we know the leak's coming. He's got to either let it resolve and play a better threat out, or just leak it. So we go down to 14. And he does nothing else. And outside of him having a Vapor Snag here, I think it's acceptable to tap out for Day of Judgment. If he has a snag, that's you know, it's not the worst. But if we can get to 6 mana, I think we're looking pretty good. Alright, so he finally hits a 4th land. On our turn, we're going to try to play Vessel, even though it might get leaked. Hopefully he doesn't have Snapcaster leak. That would be poor for us. Mind Rot A. Well, that's kind of easy there. I think Terminus is fine. The reason being I'd much rather stick these 2 Wormcoil engines. Okay, we will ponder. Try to set things up. Actually would like all of these cards, but I would like this Drown Catacombs least. Yeah, let's then ponder again. So we'll draw this ponder, and we'll Vessel here. I think we want the Day of Judgment back in our deck because of the fact that it's really going to be strong against him versus a Doomblade where he might have something that hexproofs, etc. Ooh, that's a nice. I guess I gotta play the Evolving Wilds last. And we'll play out that Drowned Catacombs, and then we'll set up our Mastery on this turn. Then on the next turn, we're kind of hoping he taps out here. Maybe I should have held that, because if he Mind Rots again, we are so screwed. Yeah, that was a minor oversight. So we're going to go for this here. And unfortunately, we can't really capitalize on this. this turn. It would have been nice if we could tap out for Wurmcoil, but at least we'll take our extra turn here in stride. And I kind of smell a mana leak, which is unfortunate, but I don't think I have time to play around it. Oh, no mana leak. Alright, well at this point it doesn't matter if he mind rots me because he would get both cards, so I might as well play things out. This is going to probably be difficult to kill, although I'm assuming he could just bounce it. There's no way he's like Green Sun, Black Sun Zenithing it, but getting first strike on it is pretty relevant. It's like playing a dude. Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm doing at the beginning. Okay, so I think at the beginning of our upkeep we have to start hitting him for more than what he could do on his upkeep. Okay, so let's see what we draw here. Okay, so we draw land. I think bashing for 6 here is totally acceptable. I also think resolving another Wurmcoil Engine here is fine as well, because he's going to gain some life, but we're going to be smashing face. So these are actually supposed to be Gideons, where I feel they're actually pretty good as Wurmcoil Engines. This is the second match I've played with them. I've liked them a lot so far. Oh, that was good. I like that. Was not expecting to see Tribute to Hunger there. I mean, overall, I still end up with the same amount of damage on board, but that was pretty good. If he does Tribute again, I will be sacking this Death Touch one. We kind of have to play around a creature. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. I think I want to think twice on my main phase. See if I could draw something sexy. Let's play Vessel. And we'll put this Wurmcoil in there. I don't think I'm going to be tapping out for a Think Twice just yet. I probably should have played around potentially a bounce spell here, because not casting this Wurmcoil Engine would be really crappy. Okay, so now let's attack. He's going to be gaining 2 on his turn. And we're going to be putting him down to 11. So I'll go up to 13. And so Snapcaster Tribute is fine. It removes a spell from his graveyard. He might also just equip Pike, but I would have to assume he's going to Tribute here. I'm going to get rid of the Death Touch Worm. Maybe my lifelink does not matter at this point. But I think if he's able to equip, that's no good. I'm going to think twice in response to this. Not that I have any 1-mana spells, but I think it'll be fine. Oh, that's a nice one. I'll get rid of the Death Touch one currently. So he's up to 16, so he is gaining a substantial amount of life. But I'm pretty sure with this in play, things should be good, especially now. So he's got a 4/1 first striker, which is really good, because it'll kill my worm. But drawing Tamiyo is very nice. So let's tap her down. And I'll hold this land since it doesn't seem like I would be needing any more land. I could already cast the most expensive spell on my deck, which is Nicol Bolas. Okay, so we take that one. So he's black-blue Delver. With mana leaks. It does not seem like I need all these mass removal spells, to be perfectly honest. I think Day of Judgment's fine. I do want these O-rings. It also doesn't seem like I want Curse of Death's Hold that terribly, but I think I do need it. Timely, he is on Delver. This is just such a beating. I feel like I can't cut it. I think I could cut down to one Wormcoil Engine, one Mastery, and one Pyramid. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's tempting to play Spellskite. It doesn't seem like he has anything in black that I want to remove. I'm sure I'll regret it if he has a bunch of black planeswalkers that I have not seen. This hand's interesting. It's not the greatest, but Double Ponder is nothing to scoff at. Plus I have Day of Judgment, so if he sets up an early Delver, I think I'm good with that. Well, now I have a Seachrome Ghost, so this hand just got a little bit better. Do I want any of these cards? I think I don't want the Curse, but I want the top two. So I will be doing that. Taking that top two, and then seeing what I can do with another Ponder on my turn, I assume. We do have to play around Mind Rot. I was not expecting that. Okay, oh, who knew? The question is, do I ponder or negate this turn? I think I'm just going to hold up negate. I mean, a Mind Rot hurts a lot more than a ponder here, especially if the top three cards are not amazing. Like, if he plays a creature, it's also difficult for him, in a sense, to be playing around Mana Leak. Like, he's got to kind of play around Mana Leak. So here comes Curse of Death Sold to my grip. I'm gonna play out the Fortress because I feel like getting this Ponder leaked is pretty bad. Okay, let's take the Amass and then draw the Evolving Wilds and then ship it. Then we can mass away that Dark Slick Shores, or Evolving Wilds away that Slick Shores. Alright, so he's playing around the Mana Leak, which is totally fine. That's also fine, being that I have Day of Judgment in hand. Okay, so I think we'll be taking some damage here. Delver's actually gonna be a little bit difficult to kill if he flips it, like they always do. Oh, see how I reverse psychologized him to make him not flip his Delver? My words are so powerful. Alright. See what happens here. I think we're just gonna take two. It's very tempting to get this, to let this Dark Slick Shores come to me here, because it will be a black source, and I pretty much need a black source. But if he flips his Delvers with Mana Leak protection, it's gonna be a bit tricky, especially since I can't Day and have Negate up. I think I'm gonna ship for a swamp here. That could have been incorrect, but let's find out. Of course, it's never incorrect when you're the MTG noob. Alright, I think it's way more relevant to try to stick this Curse of Death's Hold. And we'll see what he has going for him. Like, he might just have Mana Leak here, but I'd much rather try to Day next turn and negate his Mana Leak if I draw a land. I'd also rather get this leaked than this or this. Okay, so we pretty much kill his dude, and now he's got a 1-2, potentially, I'd say 3-2. Okay, Doomblade does pretty much nothing against us. He's got a 3-3 flyer, which is good. We'll see if he plays anything else out here. No, nothing. That's interesting. I guess we can try to amass for lands here. Or we could just try to smash this. I don't think we're dead to him doing much, per se. But I don't want to spend my turn doing nothing. I'm actually going to try to land Tamiyo here. See if this resolves. Okay, this does not resolve, which is fine. As long as we can eventually remove this, we're good. And we'll get a blue source here so we can potentially temporal on our turn, because this will come into play. And then we can also just play around Mana Leak this turn. So 2, 4, island, so that's 6, 7. Now if he has 2 counter spells, we're in trouble. But we can initially play around a first Mana Leak, which I think is fine. Okay, so that just sticks, so that's great. So we made him use his counterspell, and I'm not going to say something irrelevant in our deck, but, you know, something that at the time would not have helped the situation that much. Okay, so I have no idea what's in his hand. I'm guessing like Grave Titan or something. Or some more 1-drops. Well, that's a big game. I don't think I wait till turn 10 for that. Okay. Alright, I have a feeling he might have just ripped that, but that's okay. Unless he was just saving it for something. I mean, I could have been a little bit more diligent with that, but I don't want to let him crawl back into the game. I wanted to just slam the hammer there. I guess I should have waited a little bit, because now if he untaps into a 6-drop, I'm pretty screwed. Okay, draw another land. I think it's fine to try to take an extra turn here with some protection. Give me my extra turn. I'm greedy. Okay, let's amass first. So this way, if we want to put the Seachrome Coast back on the bottom, oof, that's ugly. So one card goes on the bottom? Sure. Nothing in our graveyard? Sure. That's sad. I should have played a little bit smarter. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I don't think we Oblivion Ring his stupid mask currently, because we can kill things with the Oblivion Ring, or, you know, before they get equipped, essentially. So just playing a bunch of Drago here. Just playing out my lands. Really, no reason to or not to. But, seems pretty sweet. Okay. Play a Vessel. I think we clearly put back this Nicol Bolas, as we would want to draw him. Let's go, Nicol Bolas. That Nicol Bolas, he's crazy. If he came down, he would have just ended this. He would have been like, mtgnoob, stop being terrible at Magic. Just let me handle this. I got this, kid. I got this. What is this thing that I probably can't play around? I'm going to try to negate that. I mean, worst case scenario, he has his own negate. We fight over it this turn and I O-ring it on mine. But I don't think this negate is getting any younger, so might as well try to negate it there. I'm going to hold this chapel. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to play this chapel, because I do have Entreat the Angels as a 1-of in the deck. So if I could tap out for a giant 1-of Entreat the Angels and they survive, then that's big game right there. And then the more I play around Mana Leak, the better. Alright, so he just drew 2 cards. So we got a bunch of land versus his bunch of land and mask. What is this madness? What are you playing? Tell me what you're playing, and I will probably kill it. Okay, so we have 13, so we have 12 more lands in our deck. Come on, play spell. Descent into Madness. Well, I can't counter that, but let's see what the hell that does. They have your upkeep. Yeah, I'm gonna O-ring that because I think I have to. Let's just take a bunch of turns here. Come on, do stuff. Sure. Yes, I would. I guess I'm gonna Oblivion Ring this now. I mean, I don't really want to, but seems interesting. I kind of see what his deck's doing now. We just really want to bring down the hammer and Nicol Bolas on our turn. But if he, I mean, he's tapped out. No, we won't play that. Oh, silly Miracles. You're the wrong one. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm winning this game. He's got so many more cards than me. Just gotta drop a threat. Protect it. That's a threat. Sure, we'll tap this isolated chapel. It gets no love. Okay. Tap down his dual land. Okay, so outside of any quirky enchantments happening, I think we're okay. But he's got a full grip of 7 cards. And he's not doing anything with them, and I assume they can't all be 1-drop creatures. Interesting. I think I'm ready for a giant Entreat the Angels off the top. Or Nicol Bolas off the top. Or something off the top that's not a land. Just come down with the hammer. Okay, so we draw a Day of Judgment. And we keep this dual land tapped. So outside of him playing any large threatening things on the board, we got that covered. Weird enchantments, not so much. Okay, so we'll pass our turn. We have this ticking up. We don't have a Thought Scour in our deck to try to kill him, but his descent into Madness, once this becomes a ton of counters, is not going to be very good. If we get an emblem, so all his things will go into the graveyard and come back to my hand, and things of that nature, which is always nice to do. Okay, so once again we draw a land, and we're going to just use Tamiyo to keep tapping this, putting counters on it. Seems really good. Definitely seems sweet. No way I'm chucking this Dark Slick Shores into play, because it's not going to just, it's going to do nothing for me, essentially. Better in the hand in case he sticks a Descent into Madness. He's got 8 cards. Is he trying to like mill me out? Alright, let's see what he gets rid of. I find this strange. Another mask. So he must have a bunch of crap in his deck currently, in his hand. Sorry guys, couldn't sneeze directly into the microphone, but I also couldn't pause Camtasia. I would have risked sneezing. Okay, so I don't see why we don't go for 9 here. And then just pass. And then next turn, make her go down to 1, and then just get all my cards back, yada yada, especially this Think Twice. I mean, it's going to take some discipline for me not to blow it here, but I really want to not think twice unless I, excuse me, absolutely, positively have to. So, essentially, I would think this game is over, because all of his counter magic now does nothing. Let's get an emblem. So we have an emblem. And let's think twice now. Okay, so we get it back to hand. I guess we'll just play it out again. And I think we'll do it one more time. Trying to draw into something good here. Draw into another Think Twice. Play that out. We'll Think Twice one more time. Look at us losing to our own mill. Ponder. Ponder's slightly better. Okay, so now we're going to play this, this, and this, and not shuffle. Yeah, we'll take the ponder back. And then I believe we will just timely here for good measure once and pass. And then on our upkeep, we will entreat for 1,000,000. With negate backup. Alright, that sounds about right. So, in case you're wondering, we also have no maximum hand size. The one thing we do have to be worried about is like a mutilate. But essentially we're gonna always get this entreat the angels back. So I think it's only a matter of time before things happen. And now we could just negate whatever he plays if we need to. Doomblade whatever he plays if we need to. All that good stuff. Who wants to see an insane amount of angels come down from the heavens and slaughter somebody? I think it's me. That's me. I want that. Alright, so we're gonna entreat for, I'd say, instead of 1,000,000, we're gonna just entreat for lethal next turn. So probably like 7, I think, should do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that should do it. And then we could ponder until we have like 2, well, all our negates. I think we have 1 more negate until all of our negates are in hand, essentially, if we needed to. Please chuck a card. Alright, so he checks the Snapcaster range. We will play this. We will pay for it. I think 7, I think 8's enough. Okay, so, and we will get a bunch of stuff doing here. So we return that to hand. We'll ponder. We don't want any of these. Yes. Hit another ponder. Play this out. Ponder one more time. We want all of these cards. So, you're last. Then you, then you. So, we'll draw Bolus. Okay. Yes. Alright, so we're going to pass here. And we have negate backup, but it might not be good enough if he has some sort of mass removal spell, which he might. But 8 angels seems like a lot of angels. I mean, tapping out for all my angels would be terrible. Oh, I also don't think I used Tamiyo. That was bad. I'm going to negate this. Boo for me. I don't think I used Tamiyo. I think I was too excited to make the angels rain down from the heavens above. Let's see what this is. Oh my god, I don't know what this is. What the hell is this? What are you doing? Tapping 1,000,000. Oh yeah, but I'm just gonna negate that. He's got one floating, so that was pretty tricky of him. I did like that. I'm gonna win. Should have made my Damio go up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please check out themtgnoob.com.